Hey, second family. So I know we've both been really busy and you guys have been traveling a lot all over the place and working, and I've been busy in classes and um, youth group and work and all that kind of stuff. So I really wanted to update you guys though just on what has been going on and what the Lord has been doing in my life. And I thought about writing a letter, but it seems so impersonal, so I decided to do a video so you could see my smiling, happy face. And just so that I could let you know and let you guys hear my heart and what's been going on the past few months, because there's big changes on the horizon and they're already happening as I speak right now. So just to kind of bring you up to speed, what's going on with me in ministry is the Lord is definitely taking the vision for the missionary training internship and kind of showing me step by step what needs to happen for that to actually become a reality. He's confirmed so many times already to me in the past couple months that that is his plan and it's definitely his will for my life. It's my destiny to do that. So now I feel like I'm at A and I see where Z is, but I'm just trying to kind of figure out what B, C, D, E, etc. is, and trying to just line up with God's perfect plan for how He wants to do this. So I've been taking some steps and really seeking Him to see what I need to do to get myself prepared to walk in what He wants me to be walking in and do what He wants me to be doing as far as that goes. So with that, some really exciting news is he's been opening doors with missions. I already tentatively have one trip planned to go to Guatemala, coming probably at the end of 2015, maybe even in the very beginning, or I'm sorry, the end of 2014, maybe even the beginning of 2015. And that would be to an orphanage of somebody who I know from OHOP. Her name is Mercedes, and her sisters have been running an orphanage in Guatemala for the past 10 years. And she actually approached me a while ago and asked if I wanted to come and bring some youth and young adults with and do a trip to the orphanage to work there at their facilities in Guatemala. So I have been talking with her and she definitely wants us to come. And the exciting news is I get to bring up to 6 people with me. So it'll be a smaller trip, but just kind of a mini trip. But I think while things are getting going with this and doing more missions trips and stuff, as I'm taking people with me, it'll be a good start just to keep them kind of small for right now, because it's not really full-blown missionary training school yet. So this is kind of like the dry runs that we're going through until it's actually up and running to full capacity with the full vision and everything working and the school going Monday to Friday, months ahead of time before we even start trips. But I do believe that the Lord wants us to start stepping out and making some connections in the other places and stuff like that. So that's really exciting. That is going to be maybe January or February 2015 at the latest. I've also been talking with Bobby and Sherry Burnett at Love a Child, and they are willing to let me bring a small team as well to their orphanage in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. I've been there before. It's amazing. I love their facilities. I love the vision there. They have a feeding center. They feed millions of people every week. They also do like tent evangelism. They do door-to-door evangelism. They do dental. They do medical work. And they're really all about training up people also to be equipped to learn how to do those things if they ever feel like starting their own ministry and going to other nations to do that. So it's really exciting. It's a great place. And that trip I'm planning for July. And with that, I can bring probably around 4 or 5 teens and young adults with me as well, which is really exciting too. I do already have a couple people that are interested, and they're talking with their parents, their teenagers, which is exciting because I really have a heart to bring teens to the nations and to just pass along the heart of missions, so that this generation can be the generation that possibly accomplishes the Great Commission. Wouldn't that be crazy? But that's the goal here. That's the mission. That's the vision. So it's very exciting. I have been doing a lot of soul searching because the Lord has been opening up opportunities with the vision for missions in my life, and I've been asking him, how can I fit school and my family and missions and running a department, the youth department at OHOP? How can I do all of that, God? Because I'm only one person, and I was already feeling stretched pretty thin even before I started on this journey with the missionary training school. So over the course of a couple months, it was kind of a hard road because I really felt like, you know, things were changing, and I felt a transition in my heart, and it was kind of hard for me to understand that and to deal with all the emotions that go with big changes like that. But I felt like the Lord was calling me to pass on the head leadership of underground youth group at OHOP to somebody, another person who would inherit the ministry. And I kind of fought with God over it because I felt like this ministry that I birthed from my very self, from my own body, I felt like I conceived this ministry and birthed it and pushed it out and went through the labor pains to make something out of nothing. And now it's a thriving ministry, and I love these teens and they love me and we're family. And I just was like, God, like, how can I let this go? Like, how am I ever going to let this go? So it was very bittersweet as I was just dialoguing with the Lord over the past couple months about how this would look like and what this transition was going to look like and how it was even going to be possible. Because a couple months ago, there wasn't even really anybody to take over the head leadership position of the youth department. But the Lord really gave me an amazing gift, and it came in the form of a friend, and her name is Brandon Green, and she started working with me in the youth department just because she loved me and we were friends and she knew I needed help. So what ended up happening was she really got a huge heart for the teens that we were working with. She fell in love with just working in the youth department, and she has a heart to run it. And so the Lord just highlighted her to me, and I approached her and I talked to her about it, and she's extremely excited. Oops, sorry. My phone fell. So she's extremely excited. The kids are really excited because they love her. It was a very smooth transition, and I've already announced it to the leaders at OHOP, the head leadership at OHOP, and they have, we have their blessing with this. They're very excited about it. And just last week, I already announced it to the teens at Underground as well. So, and they were very excited. All of them, when I was talking to them about the vision for the missionary training school and the trips that were coming up within the next year, they were like raising their hands. They were like, can I go with you? Can I go with you? So they understand that, what we're doing is to give them other opportunities, to help train them and to provide more for them. I just kind of told them, like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not stepping down. I'm not leaving OHOP. I'm just going into the next room and preparing the next place for you. And they were very excited about that. They felt very loved. It was a little bit bittersweet. There were a lot of tears, mostly from me, but some from some of the teens as well, just because they're trying to process in their hearts and minds as well, just this change and what is it going to be like, and are things going to be the same? But I just really feel peace from the Lord that this is Him, and He really wanted me to free up my time to really be able, with undivided focus, to pay and give all my attention and my passion and my heart right now to getting this missionary training center up and running. So, and the first, line of business is just dealing with things going on with me personally. So getting myself through school, paying off some of those school loans that I have, things like that, getting my family life in order in my house. And so I'm going to be working on some of those things. I will still be visiting the youth group as much as I can and being there. I'm still kind of like the counselor on call. I really have a heart to counsel teens and young people in crisis. So I'm still going to be available to them for that. My passion really is one-on-one ministry. I always say I'm called to the masses, but one at a time. So I'm excited that I still get to be able to function in that capacity. And I'll be doing other things at OHOP as well. I'm just really passing along the title of, youth pastor to another person. So I'm excited about these changes, and I wanted to let you guys know because you're my family, you're my supporters emotionally and financially, and just relationally. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for your continued support, your prayers. If you ever have any questions about what's going on with me, you know I'm here. I'm around. I want to talk to you guys. But you'll probably be getting videos from me until we can be getting together on a regular basis, just while we're busy and stuff like that. So I think it's kind of a cool way to do things, though. So if you guys have any questions or anything, I'd love to talk with you. I'd love to get together with you really soon. Otherwise, I love you and thank you again for everything. Please keep me in your prayers. And if you guys ever have any prayer requests, I just want to let you know you and your family are constantly on my heart and on my mind. So if you have anything specific, I'd love to pray for you guys. So I'll talk to you soon. I love you so much. Goodbye.